The mountain is you. If you feel stuck, lost, or trapped in the same cycle over and over again, don't look outside for the reason. The greatest mountain you will ever climb is not around you. It's within you. Take a breath. Let that sentence settle for a moment. Because everything you're about to hear is a journey inward. A journey into the patterns, fears, and stories that quietly shape your life. The ones you never questioned, the ones you've been carrying for years without noticing their weight. This is not a summary of a book. This is a conversation with the deepest part of you. A conversation that might finally wake you up. Welcome to The Mountain Is You. 1. The Mountain Within. Why your biggest enemy lives inside you. Every struggle you've ever faced, every moment you sabotaged your own progress, every time you got close to success and pulled yourself back, it wasn't because you were weak. It was because part of you was trying to protect itself. Self-sabotage is not the villain we think it is. It's a defense mechanism. Outdated, misaligned, and unhelpful now, but built long ago to keep you safe. Maybe you learned to silence yourself because speaking up once hurt you. Maybe you learned to fear connection because someone you trusted broke you. Maybe you learned to stay small because the world punished you when you tried to grow. And now, the adult version of you is still living by the rules of a wounded child. Your mountain, the one blocking your happiness, is built from emotional leftovers you never faced. And the moment you decide to climb it, your entire life shifts. 2. Self-sabotage, the invisible habit that runs your life. Have you ever wondered why you procrastinate even when something matters to you? Why you stay in relationships you know are wrong? Why you avoid opportunities that could change everything? Why you fear success as much as you fear failure? This is the inner conflict the book highlights. Your mind wants growth, but your nervous system wants safety. Growth is unpredictable. Safety feels familiar, like even if it hurts. So your brain chooses the familiar pain over the unknown possibility. That's why you repeat the same cycles, same relationships, same excuses, same emotional reactions, same internal war. And you call it fate, bad luck, or my personality. But none of that is true. It's not your personality. It's your programming. Programs you are now strong enough to rewrite. 3. The power of awareness. Seeing the mountain clearly. The first step in transformation is awareness. You can't change what you refuse to see, so ask yourself, what patterns keep repeating in my life? What do I avoid because it scares me? What do I settle for because I'm afraid to want more? What emotion am I terrified to feel? These questions are uncomfortable, yes, but they are also liberating. Because once you see the pattern, you can break it. Once you see the wound, you can heal it. Once you see the fear, you can walk through it. Awareness is the moment the mountain stops being a monster and becomes a path. 4. Emotional intelligence, turning pain into power. Here's the truth no one likes to admit. Most people don't lack discipline. They lack emotional regulation. You make poor decisions not because you're lazy, but because you're overwhelmed. You avoid opportunities not because you're weak, but because you're afraid of rejection. You cling to unhealthy people not because you don't know better, but because you fear being alone. Your emotions drive your behaviors, so if you want to change your actions, you must first learn to understand your feelings. Emotional intelligence is not about being calm or positive all the time. It's about learning to sit with discomfort without letting it control you. It's about being able to say, yes, I'm scared, but I'm still moving. Yes, I'm hurt, but I'm still growing. Yes, I'm unsure, but I'm still trying. Strength is not the absence of emotion. Strength is the ability to feel everything and still choose the path that serves you. 5. Identity. Becoming the person you want to be. One of the biggest ideas in this book is this: your life doesn't change when you force new habits. Your life changes when you adopt a new identity. You don't quit smoking by forcing willpower. You become a person who values health. You don't start working out by pushing yourself. You become someone who sees movement as a lifestyle. You don't fix your finances by budgeting alone. You become a person who respects money. You don't attract love by chasing people. You become someone who believes they deserve it. The question is not, what should I do? The real question is, who do I want to become? And every action you take should align with that version of yourself. 6. The fear of expansion. Why success scares you. You think you fear failure, but in many cases, you fear success even more. Success means responsibility. It means expectations. It means visibility. It means letting go of your old life. It means stepping into a version of yourself that no longer has excuses. Success terrifies people because it asks one thing. Are you ready to stop hiding? Your mountain isn't blocking your path. It is your path. And the moment you start climbing it, you become someone new. Someone capable of living the life you once only dreamed about. 7. The transformation begins. Slow, deep, real change. Real change doesn't feel like fireworks. It feels like small choices. Choosing honesty over avoidance. Choosing rest over burnout. Choosing boundaries over people-pleasing. Choosing consistency over perfection. Choosing courage over comfort. These tiny decisions are the chisel that carve a new version of you. You don't wake up transformed. You build yourself, choice by choice, day by day. And one morning, without realizing it, you stand at the top of the mountain you once feared, transforming the mountain within. If the first part of the mountain is you helped you understand why you sabotage yourself and how your body stores emotional blockages, then this part will take you even deeper into the heart of transformation itself. This is where you learn how to rebuild your life from the inside out, how to step into your higher self, and how to finally become the person you know you're capable of being. Because here's the truth. The mountain you're climbing is not a path upward. It's a path inward. And until you learn how to navigate your inner landscape, the outer world will always feel like a mirror of your unresolved hurts. So let's continue. Step 1. Becoming the future self, not chasing them. One of the most powerful messages in this book is that your future self is not a fantasy. It's not a distant version of you waiting on the horizon. It's a decision you make right now. People often imagine transformation as something that happens slowly over years, after long battles and endless effort. But Brianna Wiest explains that transformation actually happens in an instant. The moment you decide, I will no longer behave like the old version of me, you shift your identity. Yes, the results take time, but the identity shift happens now. Your future self isn't waiting for you. They're ready to merge with you the moment you stop acting like the person who created the problems you're trying to escape. Ask yourself, what does my future self tolerate? How does my future self speak? How does my future self respond to fear? What does my future self prioritize? When you start acting like that version, consistently, even when it's uncomfortable, you collapse the distance between who you are and who you want to be. This is how mountains disappear. Not because you climbed higher, but because you became someone new. Step 2. Emotional congruence. Who you are must match what you want. One of the reasons people feel stuck is because they're emotionally misaligned. They say they want success, but deep inside they don't feel worthy of it. They say they want love, but they're terrified of losing it. They say they want peace, but they're addicted to chaos. You can't reach a destination your emotions are rejecting. So the book emphasizes the importance of emotional congruence, becoming aligned with what you desire. If you want love, you must learn vulnerability. If you want success, you must learn discipline. If you want peace, you must learn boundaries. If you want freedom, you must learn responsibility. Your desires aren't random. They are instructions. Your dreams are not whispers of fantasy. They are your future self calling you into alignment. This is why when you're on the wrong path, you feel anxious and disconnected. And when you're on the right path, even if it's hard, you feel grounded. Step 3. Releasing your old identity. Letting the past version of you die transformation requires sacrifice. Not sacrifice of happiness or comfort, but the sacrifice of the identity that no longer serves you. The version of you who survived trauma cannot be the same version who builds your future. The version of you who tolerated mistreatment cannot be the same version who attracts healthy relationships. The version of you who feared change cannot be the same version who thrives in growth. You must grieve your old self, not because they were bad, but because they were necessary for the chapter you outgrew. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means acknowledging, I needed that version of me, but I don't need them anymore. Your life expands the moment you do. Step 4. Discipline is self-love in action. Many people misunderstand discipline. They think it's punishment, restriction, a painful battle against their own desires, but the book reframes discipline as a deep, powerful expression of self-love. Discipline is saying, I deserve better. I am committed to my future. I will not abandon myself again. Discipline is how you build trust with yourself. And nothing is more powerful than self-trust. When you trust yourself, fear loses its power. You stop seeking validation. You stop letting people cross boundaries. You stop waiting for motivation. Discipline takes you where motivation can't. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is strategic. Motivation starts the journey. Discipline finishes it. Step 5. The emotional work. No one talks about transformation isn't all inspiration and affirmations. There is deep emotional work required, the kind most people avoid because it's uncomfortable. This includes confronting unresolved trauma. Not to relive the pain, but to reclaim the power you lost there. Breaking self-sabotaging patterns. Not through force, but through understanding why you created them in the first place. Rewriting your narrative. Your story is not what happened to you. Your story is the meaning you choose to give it. Learning emotional independence. Not isolating yourself, but not relying on others to regulate your emotions. Allowing yourself to outgrow people. Some relationships are meant for earlier versions of you, not who you're becoming. Emotional healing is the bridge between the life you have and the life you want. Step 6. Making peace with fear. Fear will not disappear when you become stronger. You become stronger because you learn to live with fear. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is a compass pointing toward your next expansion. If something scares you, it's often because it matters. The key is not to eliminate fear, but to stop interpreting it as a stop sign. Fear means, this is new territory. That's why it matters. That's why you must continue. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision that something else matters more than fear. Step 7. Embodying your higher self. The book ends by encouraging you to make one powerful shift. Stop expecting your life to change. Start expecting yourself to change. You are the mountain. You are the solution. You are the barrier. You are the breakthrough. Your higher self is not a dream. It's your natural state without the layers of fear and self-sabotage. Every time you choose peace over chaos, growth over comfort, discipline over impulse, self-respect over approval, you embody the higher version of you. And that is how the mountain transforms. Not by being conquered, but by being understood. Final conclusion and life lesson. The core message of The Mountain is You is simple but life-changing. You are not fixing your life. You are rebuilding yourself. Every challenge, every fear, every pattern you break is a step toward becoming the version of you who no longer fears the mountain. Because they are the mountain. Self-sabotage becomes self-mastery. Fear becomes direction. Pain becomes wisdom. Growth becomes your identity. And once you transform internally, the external world has no choice but to follow. If you want a better life, you don't have to climb higher. You have to go deeper, into your fears, into your patterns, into your courage, into your truth. The mountain isn't in the way. The mountain is you. If this summary inspired you, if it opened your eyes, if it helped you understand yourself on a deeper level, make sure to subscribe to the channel. What is the mountain you feel you need to overcome in your life right now? Write in the comments. I will read every comment.